Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Uncle Hot Dog, and I'm here to answer the question: is AM4 still valid in 2026? So during this test, I am using a Ryzen 7 5700 X3D. I have the PowerColor 9070 XT Reaper Edition and 32 gigs of RAM, DDR4. So here's the settings I'm going to be testing. Right now I have FSR 4 is on, native AA, and FSR 3 frame generation on. Of course, path tracing in photo mode. Well, I don't know what that is. Everything, crown density, everything is going to be high or ultra. All right, let's see what kind of FPS we're getting. Looks like we're getting let's check this out. So 44. We'll play it for a little bit and see what the average is. It's supposed to be check my email. I'll check it later. Where do I gotta go? Gotta go in here, and it's very glitchy. I don't think with the 9070 XT with the 5700 X3D, it might be too much to be having everything on high or ultra. I'm gonna see if it changes if we go outside. Well, it's really bad. Tough. Let's go to the entrance. Looks like it's using about 12 gigs of VRAM, almost 13 gigs of VRAM. And RAM is 17 and a half. I'm gonna test it out in the streets and see how if the FPS improves or gets worse. It looks like it's getting, it might be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and change a couple of settings and see if we can get above 60. Change this to quality. I've already got frame generation on, but ooh, okay. It's above 70 in this area. It looks a little bit smoother, but with the frame generation, it still seems a little bit like laggy, if you want to call it that. It's very blurry when you turn. It's not like as sharp as I'd want to. Looking at the city sky. Look at this. I don't know. I think if I were to play this game, I think I would be pretty happy with this kind of quality. But it looks a little bit... That guy looks kind of weird. I'm gonna look at something. Maybe look at this tree. This tree looks pretty sharp, you know? Let's look at this car. The car looks pretty good. So far, the AM4 is doing pretty okay. Let me go to change my settings again. Let's go to balanced. Let's try to turn path tracing off. Now that I've turned path tracing off, this is significantly better. Honestly, I think that ray tracing and path tracing can be overrated. This looks like it. This is a much better experience, to be honest. It's a lot smoother when you're turning around. It's just as sharp. What is going on? Whoa. Let me, let's go over here. Oh, sorry, lady. But I think this is a good experience right here. I would not be mad at this right here. But so far, I think AM4 gets a pass in Cyberpunk. I'm gonna go ahead and play some Crimson Desert. Wow, this game looks pretty good. Look at his hair. That actually looks legit. Now I'm playing Crimson Desert, and let me go ahead and check the settings, see what I got it on. So currently I have it at 1440p, upscaling using FSR 4.1, native AA, frame generation is off. Ray regeneration. Let's leave that off for now, and then I'll change it later. Graphics are all at cinematic, so basically it's as high as you can get it without turning on ray regeneration. I'm getting about 66. 66, 65 FPS, average 67. This game looks pretty nice. Let's see if I can zoom in on him a little bit. His hair looks pretty cool. If I look at the sky, wow, you can even see the stars. Oh, that's pretty neat. So I'm using about, it's not even using that much VRAM. About 7 gigabytes of VRAM. It might go up as I play the game. And then RAM I'm using about 17 and a half. Average 70 FPS. This is a solid. This is doing this game pretty solid. Wow, look at that. Look at that water. It's kind of crazy. Like you can see like super far. I kind of want to go down there and check it out. I know I'm supposed to be doing other stuff, but you know what? Let's go adventure. Let's adventure. Okay, let me turn on ray regeneration. See what that does to my FPS. Still native anti-aliasing, and let's go ahead and give it a try. Oh my goodness, it like zaps your FPS. Holy crap. 24 FPS. Yeah, and honestly it does look a little bit more like there's like more contrast or whatever, but I don't know if it's worth. It's definitely not. Too far from area. Oh man. All right, I'm coming back. But 26 FPS, that is absolute garbage. Let's turn that off, and let's turn this to quality. Okay, that's much better. 116 I saw earlier. This is just this is my review. I think AM4 is still pretty valid. Honestly, I think I would be very happy with this kind of performance, this kind of quality in the games.
Come on. Hey, Cliff.
All right, we're in the cabin now. The graphics look absolutely great. Still sitting around 7 gigs of VRAM, just under. Kind of fluctuates. With this 1% lows, they're 75. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I'm a dodge. Ooh, yeah. Whoa. Hello. Oh, I don't even know what I just did, but I just destroyed these good jabronis. Oh! The FPS is still pretty good even during the fight scene. The smoke looks... Look at that smoke. It looks kind of glitchy. Again, it's like not very good. You know, maybe it's just the way the game renders it. Or it could be the 9070 XT that I got. Who knows? Oh, why switch to the... Oh, did I die? No. I wonder if I'm just not supposed to beat him.
Give G and my
Well, that sucked. That water looks so funny. I completed a quest. I guess, well, now I can run. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at the light. Because now that the sun is out, that looks pretty neat right there. Little light rays coming through. The grass looks pretty sharp. Uh-oh. But I do like the light rays a lot. Uh-oh. There we go. But you know what? I think that's enough of this game. I think I'm gonna go and start playing Arc Raiders. All right, we're here in Arc Raiders. I think I'm only gonna test a few more games. Let me go and check the settings. Graphics I have. Oh, I guess frame generation is off. Let's see, unlimited FSR, native AA. Everything is in cinematic. All right, let's go solo mission. Let's go free loadout and ready up. So I haven't played this game in such a long time. We'll see how I do. Okay, we are in the game. It's in full cinematic and it's actually pretty good. I might leave it like this. You could probably get more FPS, but oh wow, this looks pretty good. Okay, just a friendly reminder. I've been playing with my other PC is a 9950X3D with a 5090, and this looks pretty nice. Look at the water. Looks like almost like there's like an oily sheen, and it renders it pretty well. It looks really good. I'm getting about 60 something FPS, nothing too crazy. I wonder if I can get more FPS. Right now, like everything's in cinematic. It looks really good. Let me check the settings, and I'll leave the graphics here the same way, but I'm going to change it to quality. Okay, we're getting about 95. Oh, whoa, what the heck was that? Did you see that? 23, it glitched. Yeah, the 1% lows in this game. I guess it's of course it'll be better if you have a better CPU, but this is not bad. Using about not even that much VRAM. Wow, look at the RAM though. Oh my goodness, 25 gigs. Let me zip line up. I think that I heard something. Oh, I heard it. Oh gosh. Is there something over there? There's a ball. Oh. Ah, spider. There we go. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's at quality. Let me go to balanced and see if I get better. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Wow, that was not the place to do it. Let me change it. Trying not to die, you know. Let's go to balanced. Looks like it's rendering it from 59%. 1508 by 848. Wow, I feel like it didn't even do anything. Everything looks pretty solid though. Like this game is already, it seems pretty optimized. I'm afraid that I'm gonna. Ooh, damn. Wow. Okay, let's get out of here before I die. FPS is pretty decent though. Wow. I forgot how this game was. Well, that's why I got a free loadout, so it's all good. I gotta go up. Ooh, dang. Okay, let me get out this way. Let me try not to die. Oh, is there? I heard something. Is there a rocketeer? Let me go take some cover. Oh, there goes that guy right there. Try not to die. But yeah, I think the game looks fantastic. AM4 is doing a solid job. So if you're trying to save some money, going with AM4 is a solid choice. You can rock a 9070 XT. The 5700X X3D seems like it's not bottlenecking it at all. You got 95% usage on a 9070 XT. Solid. Okay, oh gosh. Oh, will I make it? Oh, woo! I made it. All right, I think that's enough Arc Raiders. I'm gonna go ahead and check Ghost of Tsushima. All right, now I'm here on Ghost of Tsushima and it looks pretty good. Let's check what the settings are. Okay, display, it's 1440. We got FSR 4.1. And I don't have any frame generation on. Graphics are all very high. All right, so looks like I'm getting about 160 FPS. On average, it says 167, but I guess it depends on what you're looking at. If I'm looking at that, I get like 200 something. But the colors look pretty good. Everything looks pretty sharp. But everything looks pretty good. It's very smooth, you know, 180. You're not gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna complain about 170, 180 FPS in a game like this. And it looks pretty sharp. The leaves look pretty good here. You know, it's always had that little issue with like fire and the smoke. The smoke looks so weird. And when I look at the smoke, when I play this game with the 5090, the smoke, if you look right next to where his head is, you see it looks a little bit like pixelated. It looks like it's not fully rendered. But when I play it with the 5090, it looks smooth. It looks smoother. So maybe it's something the 9070 XT can't handle it. Maybe if I were to go with like a NVIDIA graphics card, it might be better. But that's like very nitpicky, you know, like the reflections of the water, or the mud and stuff like that looks really good. Let's go ahead and change some. I'm not gonna change the graphics because it's all very high and it looks really good. I'm getting 160, 170 FPS. Let me turn on some frame generation and see what that gets me. Okay, frame generation is on and I'm getting about 190. If I look at the sky, like 240, 275. Wow. But so now it gave me maybe like 20 or 30 FPS more, and it still looks really good. I think if you're really struggling, maybe go with frame generation, but you can play it without frame generation. I think it looks superb. Superb. It's a good word right there, right? This game just feels so good with AM4, you know? Like, do I miss playing with my AM5 build with my 9950X 3D and 5090? Maybe, but I don't know. Like, if I had this PC, I would be super happy. Let's change the graphics just for, you know, just for fun. Let's go to high settings, and I'm getting 224. 1% lows are pretty good. Not that much VRAM. 7 gigs of VRAM. The RAM is at 17.2. That's pretty usual, I guess. I think the sweet spot with all the gaming PCs, I think, is 17 or not 17, but 32 gigs. Pretty solid gameplay. AM4 is pretty rock solid here in 2026. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play some Marvel Rivals, and hopefully I don't really suck at that game. All right, we are here in Marvel Rivals. I'm gonna go check the settings, see what I have it at right now. FSR 3. Oh, well, there's FSR 4. Let's go ahead and choose that. That'll look much better. I got native, frame generation off, and everything as in ultra. Let's go with practice. Go to Doom match. Let's pick my buddy Groot. Okay, let's see. I have everything at ultra. We all check the settings, and it is not doing very good. 100, maybe 90 FPS. Not bad. 100. Oh, I hit 100. Dude, nobody's here. There we go. Yeah. Oh. Dang, I saw. I think let's go ahead and change the settings. Let's see. Let's change this to. Let's go to quality, and keep everything at ultra. Get 116. 100. Oh, I hit 150 once you get into the area right here. 1% lows look pretty good. Using about 7.5 gigs of VRAM, and this game is RAM heavy, 22.5. Ooh.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
Oh, 124 average. Not bad, not too bad. Yeah, killed 2 people. Woo. Okay, let's change the settings. I want to add frame generation. There we go. Okay, so I had to restart it to get frame generation to work, and I'm getting now about, oh, I was hitting about 200. Yeah, in some areas you're getting like 200, like over here where there's not a lot of things here. In spawn, you get like 250. Let me lower the graphics. I'm gonna go to, this is probably where I would play, is at medium. Oh, I guess I gotta restart that one, huh? Now I had to restart again, but I changed everything to medium. This is where I would normally play at, everything on medium, you know, stuff like that. Frame generation on, and FSR quality. This is where I would play. So I'm getting about 200 something FPS, 200, you know, anything above 200. You know, I think it helps in these kind of games to have a higher FPS. The 1% lows can be pretty bad sometimes, like 46. Temperatures look good. You're using about 21 gigs of RAM and about 6 gigs of VRAM. So, well, I think I'm done playing this. So far, AM4 is doing fantastic in all these games. Let's go ahead, and of course I'm going to end it with Minecraft, because why not? All right, we're here in Minecraft. Currently I'm using fancy settings, 50 chunk render distance, but it's the realm, so it won't even go past like 24, I think 24 or 28. Right now, let's see how much FPS am I getting? This is just pretty much vanilla Minecraft. Nothing too special. 240, 250 FPS, 247 average. So I'm just gonna get a baseline for Minecraft. Average about 240. It'll probably drop because in some areas when it's loading, it'll drop. Let me get inside, and then I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the vibrant visuals. See what that does to my FPS. Currently, right now, it's not using a lot of VRAM. It's Minecraft, about 2.6 gigs of VRAM and about almost 14 gigs of RAM. Let me go turn on vibrant visuals and see what that does. Okay, vibrant visuals is on right now. Let's see. It does look a little bit, it looks better. You know, of course it's going to look better than regular vanilla because you got shadows and stuff like that. I did a quick review over this before. Looks like I'm getting about 90 FPS. It still doesn't look great. Everything is maxed out. I have everything set to ultra. 50% bloom and TAAU. Let me put it to native resolution. I'm getting about still 90 something. I think you could stack dark fantasy visuals and luminous dreams together. So I'm going to try that and see if I'm going to do one by one at a time and see if whenever I combine them, it'll zap my FPS or not. We'll see. Okay, I'll let it load. And it's getting about 10 FPS, maybe 15 FPS lower than what just the vibrant visuals. Honestly, it looks really good. I do like this because you get the light rays and stuff like that. You can see it kind of like coming through the leaves right there. And it does look really nice in this area. Let me go ahead and fly over into the courtyard. and see what that looks like. So here's my castle. I got a couple, and here's my farmland. I have a couple of watchtowers, one over there, and then I'm in the middle of building all of this. So let me go ahead and show you guys while I have this on. And so this will be, oh, I really like how the shadow on the lantern, that's a good detail right there. But here is my courtyard. I'm gonna build a blacksmith here. I have a couple of things in this area. So I'm looking at the RAM. It's about 14 gigs of RAM, and then VRAM it's not going to be utilizing a lot. The temperatures look really good, 64. I'm not even maxing out this GPU or CPU at all. Can you play at 70 FPS? Oh, I got a random bed right there. 70, 75, maybe 80 FPS. Yeah, of course, it looks really good. Were you going to get more FPS if you have a better GPU? Yeah, of course. But do the thing to ask yourself, instead of asking, oh, can I get 150 to 200 FPS? The question is, how is the experience? That's what you should be asking. And to me, the experience with AM4, 5700 X3D with a 9070 XT, heck, even I had it with the 7800 XT. It also looked pretty good. The FPS maybe was like 20% lower than this, so maybe it was like dipping in the 50s at times, but I think it looks pretty good. Let me go ahead and turn Luminous Dreams and see what that does. Okay, let it load. Well, actually, wow. It seems it's about the same. It's utilizing maybe less, about the same amount of GPU usage. Sometimes it peaks, like you get more power, you're using more watts. But the VRAM and the RAM looks about the same. No real changes from the Dark Fantasy visuals to Luminous Dreams. Let me combine them and see if that takes a toll on the graphics card and the CPU. Okay, so when you're adding this, I think I've learned that you add Dark Fantasy visuals first, and then I like to make it 16x resolution, and then you add Luminous Streams on top, because I think I've added it the other way and it didn't work. So you could see like the Dark Fantasy visuals in the background, right? And then Luminous Streams as well. So, okay, let it load. Does it look better with both of them? That is the question. I don't know. I can't really tell. I'll have to look at the footage side by side, but maybe it looks different. Maybe it looks better. It's like a combination of the two. This looks way better than just one or the other. I think combining the two, I think, is where it's at. But I could be wrong. I could just be imagining it looking better, or because it's a sunset. Let me go ahead and change the time. Let's go day. Okay. I changed it to day. I think. Do you get light rays? Let me go over here. Kinda. Let me go to the tree because I think that's where it shows the most. Yeah, it's not really, oh yeah, there it goes. There's some light rays right there. But I have to double check. I think this looks a little bit different than just having Luminous Streams. I know it definitely looks different than Dark Fantasy visuals, but I think combining the two makes it better. And then you're getting an average 79 FPS. Very playable. The 1% lows are pretty good, 48. So my final verdict is yes, AM4 is still valid in 2026. If you don't agree with me, well, you know what? That's your opinion. I still think it looks really good and it plays really well in certain games. You may have to adjust some of the settings, but you're still gonna get a good quality experience playing on AM4 platform. So I know with the RAM prices super high, it is definitely a consideration, I think, in my opinion. But that's it for me today. If you like this content, like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, Uncle Hot Dog, out.